How Staffordshire should sound. Six Towns Radio.
A bit like me this week everywhere. That is Fleetwood Mac. Boston's in for Annabelle. If she's listening, I'm sure she would be listening this afternoon, Lucas, wouldn't she? You know what I mean? Yeah, definitely, of course she would. Annabelle, get well soon. She's got a poorly throat. Yeah. Okay, we did promise you a guest today, and she's joined us in the studio this afternoon. Hello, Nell Bryden.
Hello,
and welcome to Burslem.
Thank you.
Yes.
I just got a geography lesson in the break there during Fleetwood Mac. I used the time wisely.
We have to do it because people come to Stoke and expect it to be something it isn't. It's made up of little towns, and Stoke City itself is 6 towns.
Wow.
And you've learned something new. Every day's a school day.
Every day's a school day. Well, it's a bit like New York, but on a smaller scale, because New York is made up of 5 boroughs, and I'm from one of them, Brooklyn. So
Brooklyn in the house.
Yeah.
Is that what they say?
Brooklyn in the house? I think they say Brooklyn in the house.
In the house. Oh, I apologise. We've just done about slang, and I'm 42, and these guys are both, whippersnappers.
Yep.
And people say sick and ream and all these things on telly because we've got an event with Joey Essex, who's on The Only Way is Essex soon, and we're going through some lingo. Have you picked up a lot of lingo in this country?
Oh yeah, there's some sick stuff to learn.
There really is. So you're on this album and single promotion tour.
Yes.
Wayfarer, we've been playing it quite a lot, and it's nice actually to meet you because we've had so much of your work on Six Sounds Radio.
Oh, nice,
over the last
thank
couple of
you.
years. It's actually nice to see you in the studio.
Oh, thank you very much.
I know, and I suppose now you do so much promo for this album because August has come round so quick, hasn't it?
It's flying by. It's insane. Yeah. And you were saying, the Fleetwood Mac song Everywhere, you were like, that's me this week. Well, that's totally me as well. I mean, we're kind of getting around and doing as much of the country as we possibly can. And Wayfarer actually means someone who wanders. Yeah. So that's very much been my spirit all along, is to have that like traveling nomad sense of seeing all the different parts of the world and having a real adventure while you do it. So I wanted an album to reflect that kind of upbeat, up-tempo, way of getting out and getting some new adventures.
Yeah, I was going to ask how you think it compares to other albums you've done.
Yeah.
Because it is a bit more up-tempo, isn't it?
Well, the previous albums I've done have been a bit lyrically darker. Like there was the last album I did, Shake the Tree, the single from that was Sirens, which got a great response. I mean, Cher ended up covering it, and Gary Barlow invited me on tour because of it. But it was a very dark song. It was about my experience in Greenwich Village at this apartment I still have in Greenwich Village, but I was there on 9/11. And it has a direct view of the towers and everything, so it was pretty intense. And it took me 10 years to write that song. So I kind of went through, I don't know, a bit of a change in my life. I had some ups and downs, a bit of a roller coaster. I lost my hair about 3 years ago from stress, and then I kind of came out the other side just a much happier person, and just really delighted to be doing what I do, and off the treadmill of work, that was nonstop, and just really enjoying it for what it was instead. And I ended up marrying somebody who's been perfect for me. He's just my best friend and what I've always wanted, and we're actually expecting a child together. I'm 5 months pregnant now, so it's all been go in the last year and a half. Pretty amazing.
That'll slow you down a bit.
I've heard.
My girlfriend, we've just had a baby.
Have you? Congratulations.
It's 4 months old. And
is it still an it, or does it have a
he's got a name.
Oh, he's got a name.
Yeah. His name's Jackson J.
Oh, that's a great name.
I'm gonna get baby photographs on it.
Oh, you might as well. Too bad it's radio. Otherwise, you got to tweet the photos now.
Yeah, we'll tweet them. Yeah. I'll end up talking. It's one of the things, because when you become a parent, you hear the stories of you won't be able to sleep at night.
I've heard this. I'm
Everything
terrified.
Changes, and you think, well, how much can it change? And then
a lot.
Happens.
The answer is a lot, huh?
It's unpredictable. It's so unpredictable.
Right.
It's not an exact science because every child is different. Every
I
human
know.
being is different.
I would imagine it's going to be pretty humbling, because I feel like this kind of courageous sense of, I've lived through the music business, and I'm a survivor, and I've had a great time in life, and all these natural disasters and various other things, and I'm probably going to have a child. It's going to be the most humbling thing I've ever done. I'm a bit worried now, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, well, you said you've been writing about your experience. I suppose that's something you'll end up writing about, probably.
Yeah, for sure. I know. Maybe I'll be writing lullabies like, please go to sleep. Please go to sleep.
Yeah. It's sort of a mantra you get, which works with the baby. Sometimes lullabies don't work, and you say things that work, and you end up saying them in the street, and people are like, look at you. I think you shouted at the child.
Do you have any examples of that, or anything you say to little Jackson?
I can't really say them on air.
You can't say them on air. Oh, good. You're teaching your son well. Well done.
No, I'm joking. The little songs and things that I do.
Yeah.
I do sing to him with a terrible singing voice that I've got.
Oh, that's cute. Oh.
Well, you're going to be performing a song for us in a minute.
Yeah.
We're going to go back a little bit and play one of your older songs now.
Okay.
We're going to play All You Had, and then we'll have you back on. We'll have a live song in the studio.
Sure.
And maybe if we get any questions, I've asked for some questions to come in, and Lucas has got a question as well, because we let him ask every guest one question.
All right.
So he's going to get something at the end. Hope
Okay.
it's good. No pressure on you.
Yeah, sick. It better be sick.
That's the one.
If Jordan, the work experience guy, wants a question, we might throw that on the end. So this is Nell Bryden, All You Had.
All you had, all you had, all you had, all you had, will it keep you hanging on? You were always reaching, searching, never satisfied. While I lay here begging beside you, why don't you realize all you had, all you had, all you had, all you had, will it keep you hanging on? Burn the fire, take the ash, all you had is broken glass, all you had is gone. Empty houses full of things you said you had to have. Pictures, memories, all are reminders that keep you in the past. Now all you had, all you had, all you had, all you had, will it keep you hanging on? Burn the fire, take the ash, all you had is broken glass, all you had is gone. Remember you had me, remember you had me. Oh, so you take it away. All you had, all you had, all you had, will it keep you hanging on? Burn the fire, take the ash, all you had is broken glass, all you had is gone. All you had is gone.
Beautiful, All You Had, and we've got the lady herself in the studio, Nell Bryden. Jordan is in the studio. He's the work experience guy. I didn't want to put him on the spot, and we said he's got to come up with the questions. Think, Jordan, you can think of one by the end of the interview.
I'll try my best.
Okay, because you're listening to a couple of songs we've played you before, and now you've met the lady herself. And also we've got Lucas. He's going to ask a question at the end. Again, no pressure.
Mm-hmm.
No pressure,
I love
but
the pressure.
it better be good because
Yeah.
I'm from New York and we're not
Pressure
very
a little bit
nice.
more now.
Yeah, exactly. Just kidding.
Don't make him even worse.
Oh no!
I was reading on the press release about the album Wayfair, and it said that it has the energy of Cali Girls' Haim, sorry.
Oh, Himes, yeah.
Yeah, and I had to look twice because it looked like it said the energy of Call Girls' Haim.
Oh!
So whoever that typed it up, changed the fonts.
Because it looks like Call Girls rather than Cali Girls.
Something totally different.
Excuse me. I would say that's completely different.
Yeah. So the energy of the album, like I've just played a Fleetwood Mac song, and again that was mentioned in the press release. It's something you're a fan of as well.
Yeah, I think Fleetwood Mac was a big influence for this. And someone else who's really sort of taken from Fleetwood Mac is Lissy these days, and I really liked her music as well.
It's
and
fantastic.
I wanted to do an album that was going to reflect, like I said before, about this journey that I've been on, and now I have a really wonderful sort of fairy tale ending to it, or new developments, and I wanted to have something that was going to reflect that up-tempo, upbeat feeling to it, so that it would be something you'd want to drive in your car to, and you'd put pedal to the metal and drive a little bit faster, and like a summertime album, you know, and so it's much less dark than the previous albums and much more up-tempo.
Yeah. Okay, well, you got to play as a song from said album.
Well, but this is off of the first album, so you can see kind of a change now. This was from the first album that I recorded in New Orleans, and it was right before Hurricane Katrina, and this was back in the cry in your beer kind of country ballads, and I'm happy to say this no longer applies to my life. This is called Not Like Loving You. It's not like loving you, 'cause you were too good. I think about you still more than I should. It's not like loving you, 'cause nothing compares. No matter what he does, you are there. He always takes notice. He sees what I need. His total attention, it is guaranteed. And I'll admit it's fun when he takes me out. Oh, there's no history for me to cry about. But it's not like loving you, 'cause you were too good. I think about you still more than I should. It's not like loving you, 'cause nothing compares. No matter what he does, oh, you are there. The next time I see you, if he's with me, oh, it might feel strange, might be hard to see, but always remember the smile on my face. Well, it means he could never take your place, 'cause it's not like loving you. You were too good. Oh, baby, I think about you still more than I should. It's not like loving you. Oh, nothing compares. 'Cause you linger as it is. You linger as it is. You linger as it is. Everywhere.
Thank you very much, Nell Bryden. Yeah,
Thank
good
you.
stuff, guys. Come on.
Thanks.
Pick it up. Fantastic. I'm just looking at your guitar.
Beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
It's a 1946 Gibson.
Yeah.
The model is an L12. I got it out in Texas when I was doing South by Southwest. Have you been to South by Southwest?
No.
It's an amazing music festival. I'm sure you've heard about it, and it happens every March. And I was playing one year, and I decided to sort of do a little off the beaten track search for some vintage guitar, and I walked into this place, and my credit card basically fell out of my wallet before I could do anything at all. So. And I love it. I've had it for years now, and I hope I never have to part with it.
Has it become a friend? Because
Very much so.
We have people bringing like guitars down to the studio all the time. People give them names, and
yeah, this one doesn't have a name, but I think Old Faithful is the one that Adrian and a lot of people in my team call it Old Faithful, because it's just knock on wood, but this is a beast of a guitar. It's always in tune. It very rarely breaks a string. Having said that, I'll probably break for string right now, but it's really
you can touch wood
guitar.
anyway.
Touch wood, I could. Right, it's right here.
You can do that. Let's talk about touring. Of course, you've done a lot of support slots, which have been fantastic for you. But you've got your own tour coming on the back of the album.
I do, actually. Well, I'm out with Jules Holland this next week, and we're doing Kew Gardens in London, and then I stop off in Milton Keynes. I do a festival there on my own with my band, and then I go up to Edinburgh and I do the Fringe Festival, and then I'm doing the 2 Car Fest things with Chris Evans in August. There's one kind of near here. And then in the fall, or the autumn, as you guys say, I'm going to be doing a big headline tour with 21 dates, and they kind of stretch all around the country. And I'm going to be probably fairly challenged by that, because I'm going to be probably about 7.5 months pregnant at that point. But, it's just going to be what it is, and we'll see what happens. So all the dates are up on nellbryden.com. And there's no one particularly close right here, but as much as I wanted to add one in the Stoke-on-Trent area, I think adding shows in at this point is asking for trouble. So
It definitely is, like we just discussed, you know, when you're 7.5 months. But we sit quite nicely between Manchester and Birmingham.
Yes.
People fluctuate to those places all the time.
Well, there's shows in both of those areas.
Yeah, exactly. We'll be giving full details. We'll tweet it out later on.
Perfect, thank
you. But before you do go, before we play Wayfarer, Lucas, your question first of all.
Okay, drum roll, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was a nice drum roll. Okay.
Good time as well.
Yeah, it's very nice. My question is, so you said you've been on tour with Gary Barlow.
Yeah.
What is he like? Because remember you mentioned that some people are nice behind the scenes, some are not so nice.
Yeah.
I wonder what Gary was like.
Well, I'm going to give you the full dish here, guys.
Okay.
On the air now. He's actually the most wonderful person in the business. He's just lovely. He's gotten pretty bashed around in the press recently, and unfortunately, I'm sorry to see that, because he is just probably the nicest guy that I've ever worked with. And in fact, you'll find that with everybody that has met him and worked with him, that he's just a really solid, wonderful, generous spirit. And he even had me, we did about 30 dates. He took me on tour with him, and he even had me come up every single night and play a duet with him on the main stage during his sets. He was very generous and very encouraging, and really brought me into the fold. And he's a great quiz master too. Great quiz master.
And Jordan, have you thought of something you'd like to ask now?
Like who or what inspired you to go into music?
Well, let's see. That's a good question, because I always knew I was going to be a musician, because my mother is a classical singer and my dad is an artist, so I was always around it. And then I played cello for a long time, and then I studied opera, and I thought I was going to get into jazz. But I eventually discovered Jimi Hendrix, and that was a real defining moment for me, because I remember driving around in my car. I'd just gotten my license. I was 16 years old, and I heard Jimi Hendrix for the first time, and it blew my world straight apart, because it felt like someone who was right there in my ear and became a friend, and just really kind of understood what I was going through. And I thought I was the only person that was a teenager that had ever felt alienated and alone and lonely before, and he really kind of brought me out of that and made me want to write songs.
Great stuff.
Okay.
Great question. He has actually thought about it.
Yeah. That was well done.
Well, It's been fantastic having you down here. I know you're very busy. You've got a few more of these radio dates.
No, they're all really fun. Like I said, I get the geography lesson of England, so it's great.
Yeah, and it's great to go out and meet some of these
Exactly.
presenters who are playing your songs. 'Cause we love playing them.
I know. And thank you so much for all the support so far. It's been wonderful.
Well, let's let you introduce Wayfarer for all the listeners. Instead of me doing it, take it away. Introduce your song.
Do I have to do it like your voice, or can
If
I
you
do it in
want
my
to.
voice?
Yeah.
Well, I'm Nell Bryden, and thanks for listening. This is the new single Wayfarer from the album also called Wayfarer.
Nell Bryden, thank you. Great guest.